What is up, math superstars? This is Mr. Peterson coming to you from the Math Cave. So in this edition of Mr. Peterson Presents, we're going to talk about Objective 6.8, Order of Operations. And with the order of operations, we're going to use an acronym called GEMS. And so we're going to list these off. This is the order that we will use to solve any expression that we'll see. So first up, the G is going to stand for grouping. So any grouping symbols that we see, so we might see some parentheses, we might see some brackets. Those would be grouping symbols. And so when we talk about that, we say that whatever is done on the innermost grouping symbol, we're going to do first. And so when you look through your expression, you'll see, oh, do I have parentheses? I need to do whatever's on the inside first before I move on. After we get done all the grouping symbols, the second thing we look for are exponents and square roots. And so after the groupings, this is a G, the E in GEMS is exponents and square roots. After we solve all of our exponents and square roots, our third step is we're going to multiply and or divide. And this is always done left to right. So whichever operation comes first, so if multiplication comes first, you multiply. If division comes first, you divide. And we always go left to right for multiply and divide. And when that third step, multiply and or divide, is completed, our last and final step, we are going to subtract and or add. And we also do this left to right. So if subtraction comes first, we subtract. If addition comes first, we add. And we always do these two steps left to right. So let's take a look at our example. And so here we're given this expression right here. So our first step, so the G, we're going to do, G is the first step. So number one, we're going to take care of all of our grouping symbols. And so here we can go ahead and highlight our grouping symbols. So we have parentheses here. So we're going to do everything inside the parentheses first. And so when we look inside the parentheses, we do not have another set of parentheses. So we're going to take a look at step 2 on the inside is exponents. And so we have an exponent. So we're going to solve for 5 squared. So we're going to rewrite this. 12 times 5 plus 5 squared is 25 minus 10. And so we are not finished with our groupings yet. So inside our groupings, we have our third step is multiply or divide. So let's go ahead and do that. We see multiplication sign. So 12 times 5 is 60 plus 25 minus 10. And the key with doing order operations is make sure you write down every step. Do not do every step in your head because you might have mixed up a step. You might have made a mistake, and it's easier to correct your mistakes when you write them down. And so in our grouping symbols here, we have addition left. So we don't have any subtraction. We have addition. So let's go at 60 plus 25 is 85 minus 10. So we have left is subtraction. So we just subtract the 2, and our answer comes out to be 75. And so all we're doing is we're following the GEM sequence. So we have our grouping symbols, exponents, multiplication and or division from left to right, and subtraction and or addition left to right.